What is going on, Laker fans? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Doing a little Lakers talk daily on this morning. Top of the morning to you. Got my cup of Joe right here. Okay, Lakers coming off a win last night. Couple things I want to get into here real quick. 100-95 over the Suns. Not pretty at all, so I'm not going to pretend like it was. Actually got pretty lucky that they escaped. Phoenix couldn't score a bucket in the fourth quarter. I think they only had 11 points total. Really ugly final 12 minutes that the Lakers were able to capitalize on, but we're down 12 going into the fourth. We're down 12 at the end of the first quarter, so not what you were expecting when you don't have Devin Booker and you don't have Bradley Beal. Couple things I want to get into. First off, the LeBron minutes conversation. Okay, well, that took one day that took one game. Bron ended up playing 35 minutes yesterday, so not ideal. Not ideal in the sense that if their plan and their strategy is to be strategic with him, and one game into that strategy, you're already reverting back to, well, got to play him for 35 minutes, get him into that fourth quarter. That's certainly not ideal, especially, again, I'm going to go back to the competition that the Lakers had. Last night should have been one of those games where by the end of the first quarter, Lakers are up 12. By halftime, Lakers are up 15, 16 points. By the end of the third quarter, you're starting to look at your bench and saying, okay, can we get guys some run? Can we work on some stuff in the fourth quarter? I don't think Phoenix was expecting to win that game. Certainly, I don't think any Laker fans thought that was going to be a game in the fourth quarter. They're going to be down by 12. So that part was a little disappointing. I think the Bron piece of it, the 35 minutes, Bron won them the game yesterday. So, NAD had a great stat line. I'm not discrediting that. But Bron virtually won them the game because he had to play the 35 minutes because he was so great in the fourth quarter. Ended up almost with a triple-double, was plus 22 in the plus-minus. So I don't know how long the Lakers, I don't know how flexible their strategy is with his minutes, but it sounded like, if he needs to go in the fourth, he's going to go in the fourth. I think Bron explained it, that they had 3 timeouts, and because they had 3 timeouts, he used all of them in the fourth quarter, and were very strategic with how they used it. So I thought that part was interesting. And like I said, the piece about Bron playing that 28 to 30 minutes, I don't know how flexible it's going to be, but it only took 2 games for him to, start rocking 35 minutes a game. I thought LeBron's quote after the game on TNT was interesting. I'm going to read it for you. He said, "We don't give a ish about criticism about AD. We don't care. Nothing bothers us. AD doesn't care. He's not on social media, so he doesn't see that crap. Just goes out, does his job, and we're happy to have AD." LeBron was obviously coming to AD's defense over the last couple of days. I think the question had something to do with the fourth quarter in game 1 where he didn't score. He didn't score really in the entire second half. Only took 1 shot in the fourth quarter, and LeBron came to his defense there. I get it. LeBron is his teammate. I get LeBron wants to, make sure he's got Anthony Davis's back. I completely understand that. But I think the part that I get a little confused with is I almost in that situation want to hear Bron say, look, there are going to be games where I'm going to shine. There's going to be games where I don't play as good as I need to play. And that's the same thing with Anthony Davis. It's up to us to get him the ball more in the fourth quarter. It's up to us to make sure. By the way, yesterday they were doing that. I think in the first 3-4 minutes of the fourth quarter, he had touched the ball 3-4 times down low. The criticism is fair. So that's the only issue that I have in regards to this conversation about Anthony Davis. It'd be one thing if the criticism was unwarranted. AD didn't score in the second half of game 1 against Denver. How are people not going to criticize that? How are either fans or media not going to be very, very critical about that? So I get the quote, and I get trying to back him up, but I don't think anybody, at least for the most part, because I raise my hand, I'm guilty, whether I'm doing the radio show here, pregame show with Michael, whatever it is. It was impossible to talk Lakers basketball over the last 48 hours and not talk about the disappointment of Anthony Davis in that game 1. So I understand what he's trying to do as far as, sticking up for his guy, but I think that criticism is very, very warranted. Okay, last thing I want to get into from yesterday's game here real quick. Couple of unsung heroes. I know you could look at the stat line and say, Christian Wood. Why are you talking about Christian Wood? He was only 2 for 7 from the field, missed a couple 3-point attempts, and had just 7 points. Christian Wood was part of the lineup to bring the Lakers back. Kind of shows what a big man like that's willing to do whatever the team needs him to do, how he can contribute and get a W. He had 10 rebounds yesterday. How about this? Braun was a plus 22 in 35 minutes. Christian Wood was a plus 23 in 21 minutes. And that was the highest plus-minus in the entire game. One more unsung hero real quick. Gabe Vincent, again, 3 of 10, has not hit a 3 yet for the Lakers. He's 0 for 8. He only had 7 points. But he had 6 assists, and he had 3 steals. And I thought what he was doing defensively in that fourth quarter was also setting a tone. So a couple guys, I know it's easy to just talk about LeBron and Anthony Davis and Kevin Durant and the big stars all the time. But I thought watching Christian Wood and watching Gabe Vincent yesterday certainly helped with the Lakers escape with a win, 100-95. Okay, Lakers Talk Daily, Monday through Friday. We're going to be doing this. Just a quick video, quick little recap or a preview, something along those lines, just depending on what the topics are. But if you can please subscribe to our channel here on ESPN LA. In about $1.50, I'll be on air with Travis. We'll do our show. We'll have all our local shows today as well. So make sure you subscribe and please tune in when we start the Travis and Sleeper Show. Thank you, Lake fans. Appreciate it.